I was walking down the street, feeling kind neat, when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes, as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and I was somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. You made me know. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if the bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Leap a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, the pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, the pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap, slap. Come get your face clapped. hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Table. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your wine. By the police. Not to mention, he's also disabled. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your wine, get your boot thing, stretch your legs out, let your hair down, get whatever you may need, and let's enjoy the show.
Verbal abuse of these ladies.
I called her because I'm fed up with her harassing me every time I come inside. I'm here working for a man. I work for a man. He's my good friend.
Okay.
Can I just sit?
Yeah, of course.
This is my van.
I got you.
And so
Let's walk over here.
what's that?
Let's walk over here.
Sure.
So it's just easier that way.
Yeah, that's
People don't,
not a problem.
you know.
Yeah. This has been an ongoing saga since I came in. Since I arrived here in July of 20.
Okay.
And so I was just about to get this thing out of here right now because I don't want to be towed away because I'm under terrible scrutiny for nothing. Okay, I'm telling you straight up. You want to know the truth? I'm going to lie to an officer. I have done nothing to offend or violate the law in any way, shape, or form here except for using some profanity against that woman because she continues to call me,
The older one or the younger one?
the older one, Carrie.
Okay.
Yeah. And so she is a really nasty woman. I don't know why she continues to blindside me with her harassment and her incessant calling of you guys, unnecessarily, unneeded calls, because she doesn't like the fact that my client was dating a woman that she didn't like, and there was squabbling and fighting going on. Well, then finally, Lynn Marie Filippini, you probably know who she is.
No.
Anyway, finally, I don't want to make you feel like you're trapped.
No, that's why I came this way. As long.
All right, what we got going on right now, folks? This gentleman right here lives out here at the apartment complex. He calls the police out there, having an argument with his neighbor, and he's saying he's been harassed by one of his neighbors. So that's what's going on. They're sitting here having a conversation, and we're gonna check out and see what the next event is.
I can see that way. I'm good.
So anyway, there was a lot of contention and everything. That woman that brought me over here, Lynn, had to leave and vacate the premises for good, and now there's she has a restraining order against her. She can't come back anymore. But there was a lot of contention built up between Lynn and this Carrie, and then Carrie started calling me Lynn's boyfriend, which is entirely untrue. I don't know why she continues to do that. She continues to gossip, call me names, and call me dirty, nasty names. I forget what they were now. They were so awful. So I called it just now. I walk in the door and I hear her calling me a scumball. As soon as I walked, so I walked up the stairs and I confronted her. I said, "Don't you have anything better to do than to talk about my personal business in here?" And she snapped at me again. I go, "You're a fucking cunt." And then I called her a bitch Later, after some more words were done, and then the after schools lady just immediately calls the management team leader, Bianca Hernandez. Very fine people. I have no squalms with her.
So first of all, we can see, folks, this is extremely petty. Like, why is you calling the police out here? If y'all cussed each other out, y'all had words, so what? What you calling the folks out here for? You go in your door, she go in her door. You know, going about your business. So we already see he on some humbug shit. We already see this is petty. He's on some ignorance, and this is a humbug, bogus call up front. All right. So we're gonna see what's gonna go down next.
She has to do her job. I understand that, but here's the thing: they allow a young man who's underage. They want me out of here because I'm not of age. It's a 55 and over.
Do you live here?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Technically, I'm not on the lease, and I'm not a registered guest.
Okay.
But I'm an invited guest by a client. My client, he has me come over. He asked her, he said, can't I have a friend? And she said, yeah, you can have a friend here. And so
come to find out, man, you going through all this and you don't even live there. You're not on the lease. You're not a legal tenant. That means you're not a resident. You're not an invited guest, as you say. Nothing in writing to pinpoint you there. So he's on a humbug. We already see. You ain't got no business, being there. If you are, then what you calling the folks out here for? Because technically, you don't reside here. And really, with law enforcement getting involved, or the property management getting involved, this can come back. It can backfire on you. It can come back on you, because now they can say, well, you're not a tenant, so we can ban you from the premises. So it's already starting off, like I said, on some humbug. But we're going to keep on checking it out, looking at the content, and see what's the next smoke from here.
I have been his friend, and I have been responsible, and I have been forthright, and I don't break the law, and I don't do anything nefarious or whatsoever. I have a close relationship with God. I love people and God. I'm a good guy.
All right.
I'm not a criminal-minded guy. I'm not a dipshit criminal who doesn't care about anything else but himself. And then,
but you're doing some dipshit shit. You're doing dipshit right now, buddy. This is nonsense. You don't technically live here. You're not a resident or a tenant. You had an argument or some words with someone who is a tenant and a resident there legally, technically, and you're calling the folks for what? Like, this is a humbug. Nah, dude, this ain't gonna fly.
I continue to be harassed by some of the people in here, telling me to, put on a shirt, and I don't need to put on a shirt. There's no laws in California telling me I have to keep a shirt on wherever I go, officer. And he's worried about me being seen by the children over here without a shirt on. This guy right here. Yeah.
All right, go over there. I'll
confronted me.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Go over there. I'll deal with you in a minute. Hey,
shut up.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
You skip the
go
ad.
over there, or you're going to end up in the back of my car.
All right. So we see that this guy who called the folks out there is a problem. The tenants and the residents that live here has a problem with him. That's pretty clear, because he has gotten into it with a couple of them. So he was referring to one lady, and now while he's out there talking to the officer, this guy right here walks by and says he's a problem, but he kept on walking about his business. This man right here walking on crutches or a walker. He's disabled. And you out there walking around with your shirtless and half naked, and you're causing a disturbance is what's going on. So this man is really verifying to the officer that he's the problem, and he's not even a tenant here. And I'm sure they have complained to property management about it as well. So now, after this man makes a comment, this man right here, and say, yeah, you're a problem. You need to go on. You don't even stay here. Now he went on about his business, and let's see what the officer do. What's the next move?
You don't think I won't put you in my car?
I bet you not with these.
I will put you in the back of my car. Go over there. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're impeding my investigation, sir.
While Deputy Glazer is talking to the suspect, resident George Whaling, who had recently undergone surgery on both his knees and was using a cane, walks by, and the suspect points him out as one of the individuals at the community who had been, quote-unquote, harassing him. Mr. Whaling responds to the suspect, and Deputy Glazer orders him to walk away. Mr. Whaling and the suspect exchange a few more words, and then Mr. Whaling begins to walk in the direction Deputy Glazer ordered him to go.
All right, first of all, ain't no investigation to impede. You have to talking to this man. Y'all just having a conversation. He telling you that he been arguing with a couple of people that live out there. There ain't no crime to investigate, number one. Number two, that man said he's the problem and kept on walking down the sidewalk about his business, about his affairs, minding his business. You walk up on him and say, put your hands behind your back. Have you lost your mind? Come on now. What are we seeing going way out of context here? Way out of violation and out of line. So let's continue to see what's going down next. Smoke after smoke, drama after drama.
Despite this, Deputy Glazer approaches Mr. Whaling, who is still walking in the direction he was ordered to go, and after a brief interaction tells him to put his hands behind his back because he is, quote-unquote, impeding his investigation. Section 148A1 of the California Penal Code makes it a misdemeanor offense to willfully resist, delay, or obstruct a peace officer in the discharge of their duties. Although the outright refusal to comply with an officer's lawful order can form the basis.
Y'all, he did not stop or discharge anything in the law of duty. He made one statement out his mouth, he's the problem, and kept on walking down the sidewalk. He never stopped. We never seen this guy with the walker or crutches stop. Not once. It's a free country. He can say what he wants to say out of his mouth. He's a grown man. We're grown. You approach him, you run up on him. So there's no obstruction. Where's this coming from? It's all in your head, bro. It's all made up in your head.
For a criminal charge under this section in some situations, as the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of California determined in the 2024 case of Williams versus County of Sacramento, it is well established that citizens have a right to verbally challenge officers and temporarily refuse to comply with deputies' commands under this statute. In the 1995 case of McKinney versus Nielsen, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over California, determined that officers did not have probable cause to arrest an individual who did not immediately comply with an order to stop writing on a sidewalk with chalk, instead underlining the last phrase of his message before desisting. The court concluded that, quote, no reasonable officer could have thought that complying with a police order slowly could be a violation of Section 148. Any reasonable officer would have known that they needed more than McKinney's hesitation to arrest him. A reasonable person would not have thought that McKinney was obstructing the officers by not immediately putting down his chalk. Of course, people must obey the police in most situations, but here, the police overreacted to McKinney's momentary disobedience.
So you all, he's giving an illustration of previous issues and previous laws that have been passed, lawsuits that have been filed and won. And so he's using illustrations and examples and a comparison of what's going on right now. And this officer wants to arrest the dude for walking down the sidewalk in his own apartment complex where he's been living at for 12 years. This is absurd.
Citing this case, the Ninth Circuit likewise determined in the 2016 case of Sialoe versus City of San Diego that, quote, an individual's temporary refusal to comply with an officer's commands is not in itself a valid basis for an arrest, nor is an individual's peaceful verbal challenge to police action a valid basis. So here, while Mr. Whaling did appear to wait a few seconds to comply with Deputy Glazer's order and was somewhat verbally challenging to Deputy Deputy Glazer. He was walking in the direction he was ordered to go at the time Deputy Glazer.
He was never verbally challenging to the officer. He told the officer that this man here that you're speaking with is the problem in our apartment complex. We're the residents. He's not. That's the only statement that was made.
Approached him, and at the time he was ordered to put his hands behind his back. Because Mr. Whaling was in the process of complying with the order, it is highly likely that a court would find that there was no lawful basis for Deputy Glazer to initiate an arrest or even a detention.
You don't know what an AI work management platform is? Yikes. Here's 3 new AI-powered changes to the Monday platform.
Put your hands behind your back, or you're going to end up getting tased. Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
As I said so when you're impeding my investigation now.
How am I impeding your investigation, man?
Put your hands behind your back now.
What did I do?
Okay, you're going to get tased.
What?
Put your hands behind your back now.
For what?
As I said so, you're impeding my investigation, sir.
Wow.
Put your hands behind your back now.
I can't even walk, man. What are you doing?
Sir. Sir, put your hands behind your back now.
What am I doing?
Put your hands behind your back or you're going to get tased.
Tased for what? I can't.
You're not listening to me.
Man, just put the cuffs on me, man.
I didn't say I was going to put cuffs on you,
Well,
sir.
what are you doing,
I
man?
put in the back of my car because you're impeding my investigation.
All I did was show you my
Sir.
knees.
Stop.
What the? Now, I don't give a stuff, man. You gonna tackle me?
Sir, you fell to the
I
ground.
told you my knees are up. Lieutenant Smith, man. Walk.
This officer, folks, just literally tackled this disabled man who did absolutely nothing. Nothing. No crime, no nothing. He's just walking in the premises where he lives. That's it, period. And you done tackled this disabled man to the ground. Put your hands behind your back and slammed him down and threatened to tase him. This is what we got going on. And the guy who called the folks out there, the one that you probably should be arresting because he's the problem harassing the residents, he's standing down there watching, laughing about it. This is insane, folks. According to the laws, crime, justice, equality. This is brutality. That's what we're witnessing. So what do you see that's going on? Like, how did the man impede in the investigation? What did he do that was incriminating? Like, talk to me, because I don't see it. Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay. Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Because I said so.
Wow.
Put your hand, lay down on your stomach, put your hands behind your back. I already asked him to comply, he's not.
My knees are hurting, man. What did I do?
I have already explained it to you. You're impeding my investigation. Now you're going to end up in the back of my car and arrested.
When Mr. Whaling does not put his hands behind his back, Deputy Glazer threatens to tase him several times and ultimately takes him to the ground. Although, while Mr. Whaling alleges that Deputy Glazer tackled him, Deputy Glazer claims that Mr. Whaling fell. While it is logical to conclude that any force used against Mr. Whaling was quote-unquote excessive, given the likely unlawfulness of the underlying arrest, when it comes to lawsuits for civil rights violations, the Ninth Circuit treats false arrest claims and excessive force claims as related, but so-called separate and distinct issues. As the Ninth Circuit explained in the 2004 case of Byer versus City of Lewiston, quote, although an excessive force claim is subject to a quote-unquote reasonableness standard under the Fourth Amendment, as is a false arrest claim, the two claims require quite different inquiries. Because the excessive force and false arrest factual inquiries are distinct, establishing a lack of probable cause to make an arrest does not establish an excessive force claim.
So he's giving illustration, as I said before. We're going to go ahead and skip on back through down to the content.
fact that
Here we
he
go.
needed his cane to safely and comfortably stand due to recently having surgery on both knees. Accordingly, a court would likely find that Deputy Glazer's use of a takedown maneuver and threat of a taser was unreasonably excessive force when
It was definitely excessive force. Because number one, he had no reason to arrest him. No warrant, no crime, no nothing. This man just walking down the sidewalk, down the street, whatever, walking outside, minding his business, minding his own business. That's what we got going on. You run up on this man, slam him down to the ground. He telling you he just had surgery on both his knees replacement, and he's disabled. And you do full blast attack. That's definitely excessive force. To the limit.
compared to the government's interest in arresting Mr. Whaling, and therefore a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
I can't get up.
A violation of the Fourth Amendment. It's a violation. I'm going to repeat that again and say it again for you all in the back. For those in the background, it is a violation of your Fourth Amendment. You have a right to speak. You can talk. Well, he shouldn't have said nothing. He should have minded business. He shouldn't have jumped in it. He can do that. We have a freedom of rights and speech. Learn your rights and the freedom that you possess and use it accordingly. That's the whole goal. That's the whole point. Therefore, no crime or violation was committed. The crime is being committed by the officer who is assaulting a disabled veteran man. That's what we got going on right now. So let's check out and continue seeing the content and what's going to happen next. Share your thoughts. I'm looking to hear from you. I look forward to hearing your opinion, your ideas. Share your thoughts with me. I can see you in the comments.
We'll help you up. Go over there.
You have to let them up. We're not going to be able to get up.
I'll wait till my partner gets here. Wait for my partner to get here. I asked him to go away.
What did I
Stop
do?
talking.
I can talk if I want. I'm older than you.
I don't care. Stop. Get.
Doing, man?
Stop.
What are you doing?
Stay on it. Stay here.
I can't walk.
Stop
What are you
trying to pull
doing?
away from me, man.
So on this part right here, for about maybe 10 or 15 seconds, it's just going to be black like that or blurred out like that. And then we're going to be able to finish seeing the video, the full content.
I'm not. How the can I pull? Why you think I laid down, man? What is your problem?
Stop. Okay. Resisting, man.
Okay.
Are you serious that you're going through this?
Okay.
They understand. Oh, you gotta get it.
You got purse member. You gonna get it. Oh, you gonna get it. Your walkie-talkie's right
I don't
there.
care.
Your thing.
Stop.
Look at this. No, get that camera and show what he's doing.
Wait, I
I haven't done but walk right here
Sir,
where I live, and you come do this to me.
Sir,
I'm a resident.
I don't care.
I've been living in Temecula
I
for
don't
12 years.
I don't care. You're not listening to orders.
Man, you're stupid. You're stupid.
Stop pulling your arm.
And he's exactly right. He doesn't care. He's exactly right. That's why he's doing what he's doing. He don't care about you. He don't care about the community. He don't care about the neighborhood. He doesn't care, period. Answers your question.
I will once my partner gets here. You keep pulling away from me.
How can I pull away from you, you dumb mother? How can I pull away from you? Oh, wait. You just...
So he pulled away from you and you ran up on him. Is that what you're saying? Because the body cam don't lie. You ran up on him. You walked up on him. But he's pulling away from you?
Stop.
This is ridiculous.
just stop.
Wait till the watch command.
That's fine. It's all on video, sir.
It's your...
Exactly. It's all on video, sir.
I didn't have to come at me. He refused to follow lawful order.
And you just came and attacked me.
Okay, we have different.
Okay.
We'll skip down just a tad so we can go ahead and see some content. That was just a form where we could hear. And so now it should come in where we can see.
stupid this is. You're stupid.
Right.
And bring the watchman, the captain or whoever. I got 2 knee replacements, and he tackled me.
Relax.
Relax.
This motherfucker tackled me, man.
So now backup's out there. That's what we got going on. The other people you hear in the background talking, some of the neighbors are standing outside watching or eyewitnessing.
Talking about.
Hey, you know me.
I know you. Let him put handcuffs on you. We'll figure this thing out.
Wow, no, that man. I told this. I had knee replacement, and he gonna tackle me.
Okay, we'll figure this. Hold on, we'll figure this out. Stop pulling away. That's the whole reason you're like this, man.
Man, I ain't.
Hey, you know me, man.
I know it. Look,
Hey,
and this did this.
Let him put these on. We'll figure this thing out. Okay. I know. Let's get this thing figured out. Okay.
Got 2 knee replaced, and he gonna tackle me.
Go to your side? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. Man, you know that hurt. Can you get my phone?
Absolutely. Actually, I don't see your phone.
My phone's in the bushes or somewhere with the cane.
I got your cane.
I can't walk, man.
Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll get it.
Yeah.
The man is disabled. He cannot walk. He slammed to the ground, then through the crutches, through the walker, through the phone. All because this man said that this guy, who's not a resident here at our apartment complex, is a problem. The one that called you out here, he's actually our problem. But I get tackled? Man, this has to be a joke. It has to be a joke, people. What do you see is going on? Is it justified? Do you see any crimes being violated? Any rights being taken advantage of? We're here for the smoke to conquer all of the brutality, all of the corruption of the law.
Hey, let's get you in the car.
Can you turn? Look, man, this put these things on this right here. Look how tight these are.
Hold on. Let me adjust that to you.
What's your cell phone look like?
It's black. It's right back there. The mother tackled me up in there.
I'm gonna get it for you.
God. Wow.
Is there anything else?
Wow.
Just the cell phone?
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find your cell phone. I can't find it. Did it?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. You just had it down at all? You just have it on it?
I have no idea. I didn't get that far. I want him to walk away. He refused to keep going, kept tripping back.
Lie. You wanted him to walk away, and he refused to keep going? So we're going to play that back here in just 2-3 seconds, where he was way down the sidewalk, and you approach him. You walk up on him, but you asked him to leave, and he didn't. So that's lie number 1 that you've been caught in. Lie number 1, Mr. Officer.
Telling a fellow officer what happened, Deputy Glazer claims that he arrested Mr. Whaling because he refused to, quote-unquote, walk away. However, his own body camera footage shows that Mr. Whaling was walking in the direction he was ordered to go at the time Deputy Glazer approached him. Mr. Whaling then turned around temporarily to speak to Deputy Glazer, who would...
Again, lie number 1. You say that the man would not walk away and obstructed of justice in the investigation you were doing. There was no investigation taking place. He never stopped. And you walked up on him. He was walking away. The body cam verified it. So this is where we're at, people. This is the type of conniving, sneaky, cunning behavior and conduct that these corrupt officers do. This is the stuff we have to put up with and deal with. And it's no big deal until it comes to your front door. You got to divide and conquer. We have to learn and love, live, laugh, and rise above the brutality.
Was speaking to him and then turned to continue to, quote-unquote, walk away when Deputy Glazer grabbed him and ordered him to put his hands behind his back.
Without a shirt on. This guy right here. Yeah. All right, go over there. I'll talk.
Confronted me.
Stop. Go over there. I'll deal with you in a minute. Hey,
I didn't.
Hey!
Shut up.
go over there or you're going to end up in the back of my car.
I ain't getting shit.
You don't think I won't put you in my car?
First of all, go over there, you're gonna end up in the back of my car. He wasn't nowhere near you. He wasn't isn't anywhere near you or this other guy. He was walking down the street, down the sidewalk. So you just want to be Billy Badass because of a badge. Period. That's what we're eyewitnessing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No excuses. You just want to be Mr. Billy Badass. But guess what? In the end, it costs you, buddy.
I bet you not with these.
I will put you in the back of my car. Go over there. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're impeding my investigation, sir. Put your hands behind your back.
As we discussed earlier in this episode, the actual course of events almost certainly did not provide Deputy Glazer with probable cause to arrest Mr. Whaling, while the version of events Deputy Glazer shared with his peers could potentially support an arrest. According to Policy 300 of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department Standards Manual regarding use of force.
Okay, so we was in Riverside County, and that's the county they're in California. Here's the writing.
Officers are only authorized to use a
Right? Use of force to effect an arrest. Any peace officer may use objectively reasonable force to effect an arrest to prevent escape or to overcome resistance. A peace officer who makes a peace officer who makes or attempts to make an arrest need not to retreat or desist from their efforts by reason of resistance or threatened resistance on the part of the person being arrested, nor shall a officer be deemed the aggressor or lose their right, and it goes on to continue, etc. So this is for California. We're in California tonight in Riverside County.
objectively reasonable force, now quoting, to effect an arrest, to prevent escape, or to overcome resistance. This aligns with Section 835A of the California Penal Code, which states that, quote, any peace officer who has reasonable cause to believe that the person to be arrested has committed a public offense may use objectively reasonable force to effect the arrest, to prevent escape, or to overcome resistance. However, this statute specifically requires that an officer have reasonable cause to believe an individual has committed an offense in order to use force, which, as we have discussed.
And this is the do boy rookie, the do boy who pays the price in the end. You want to be the boss, you got to pay the cost. Oh, he pays that price, buddy. But this is the officer here, the arresting officer at hand. And as just reiterated by the narrator, you have to have probable cause or a warrant, pretty much, a crime at hand in order for this law to come into full effect.
Discussed, Deputy Glazer likely did not. Likewise, the department policy states that, quote, deputies shall use only that amount of force that is objectively reasonable given the facts and totality of the circumstances known to or perceived by the deputy at the time of the event to accomplish a legitimate law enforcement purpose. The reasonableness of force will be judged from the perspective of a reasonable deputy on the scene at the time of the incident. Deputies may only use a level of force that they reasonably believe is proportional to the seriousness of the suspected offense or the reasonably perceived level of actual or threatened resistance. Additionally, the policy lists a number of factors that should be considered when determining whether to apply force and evaluating whether an officer has used reasonable force, including officer and subject factors such as the age, size, relative strength, skill level, and injuries sustained, the potential for injury to officers, suspects, and others, the individual's apparent ability to comply with officer commands, the apparent immediacy and severity of the threat to officer.
So right now, y'all, we're just going through the laws. We're going through the laws to show what's in writing so we can better learn and understand. And of course, I always mention the state because we have different state laws. You have different state laws. So the states are very important. But we're just going through it, in writing by the codes.
or others, the seriousness of the suspected offense or reason for contact with the individual, the apparent need for immediate control of the subject or a prompt resolution of the situation, the conduct of the individual being confronted, the availability of other reasonable and feasible options and their possible effectiveness, whether the person appears to be resisting, attempting to evade arrest by flight, or is attacking the officer, and the risk and reasonably foreseeable consequences of escape. Here, Deputy Glazer should have considered the high risk of injury to Mr. Whaling, given his age and the condition of his knees, his limited ability to comply with the orders to put his hands behind his back due to the use of a cane, the low level of threat posed by Mr. Whaling, the lack of any violent conduct by Mr. Whaling.
The low level of threat, the lack of any violent conduct, there was no probable cause for force to execute. And this officer took matters into his own hand. What do you see? Share your thoughts. What do you think, people? Is it fair and square? Is it abuse of power? What do you think is going on as far as the law goes? So share your thoughts.
And the availability of other feasible options before resorting to threats of tasing and a takedown maneuver. Therefore, it is likely that Deputy Glazer's use of force against Mr. Whaling violated department policy and California law, not only because the arrest was not supported by probable cause, but also because the force employed was objectively unreasonable.
Gary, go inside.
The force was objectively unreasonable. Just want to reiterate that. It was objectively unreasonable. Just to reiterate that.
Making the matters much worse, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm good. I appreciate it.
You're right. You saw my partner all your information. Yeah, not a problem. I'm sorry he gave you a problem.
It's okay, man.
Wow, that sucks. You good hear them? I'll be right back.
Yeah. You know this guy?
I just from my talk to him.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Is in here somewhere? Or she has it?
Yeah. Ma'am? Ma'am?
I've got it.
Thank you.
I did not.
Do you have your phone? You call it?
I didn't bring my phone.
Okay.
I don't think I think he had his phone with him. Because we scuffled right here.
What?
So they're trying to find his phone. That's what's going on right now. They're all looking and just searching for his phone. After the man is injured, I don't even know if they called the ambulance on the scene for the guy yet, but they're looking for his phone.
Oh, I feel like I'm in like a Where's Waldo trying to find it.
Yeah. Okay, hey, Ryan, come over here. Okay. Just making matters worse. Yeah. No, can I talk to you over here, please? Who's the other gentleman that was walking?
He lives in the corner. He walks his dog with his wife every day. I don't know when he starts flopping his mouth.
Yep.
He does it with the kids
Yep.
too. But he does have two bad knees. That is what
Oh, well.
I know. I hear you.
So she's verifying the disabled man that got tackled and arrested for absolutely nothing, that he's a resident there. He's a tenant. But the other guy, nobody knows you're a problem. The one that called the police out there. So, sir, you removed the wrong man. You handled the situation backwards. She's verifying and other witnesses are verifying that he's a tenant, a resident there. He comes out, he walks his dog every day. You know, I'm just telling him the rundowns. So, like, what point are you trying to prove?
So, okay.
After Mr. Whaling was arrested, he was taken to a detention center in Murrieta, California, where he was held for 11 and a half hours before he was released. Prosecutors
Went to jail for 11 and a half hours for walking down your own sidewalk. No medical care. Disabled man just had surgery, attacked, assaulted, no medical care. No treatment, no checkup, no anything. We're gonna let it play just for a couple more seconds and see what the end results are.
Not to file any charges against him in court, and the Riverside County Sheriff's Department reported that Deputy Glazer was terminated after an internal investigation sustained several allegations of misconduct, including unnecessary use of force against Mr. Whaling. On September 6th, 2023, Mr. Whaling filed a federal civil rights lawsuit alleging constitutional and California state law violations. And on March 6th, 2025, the case was dismissed after Riverside County agreed to pay Mr. Whaling a $498,000 settlement.
Officer, deputy, fired, terminated, as should be. Mr. Bruce from the state of California settled for $498,000. $498,000. Is it justice? Is it fair and square? I mean, what's your call? But Mr. Officer, it cost you, buddy. It cost you in the very end. So, do you consider that justice, people? What just took place here? According to his rights being violated, was the officer due justice? Should he have been prosecuted and terminated? Should he have been fired? Or was he doing his job? What do you see? What's your thoughts? You all decide. And
overall, Deputy Glazer gets an F for maintaining an impatient and...
That's the officer there. And we're going to go ahead and give me 1 second. We're going to go ahead and conclude our tonight's content. It cost you, Mr. Man. Violation of rights. Abuse of power, taking the law and authority into your own hands. You are there to enforce it and to be the leader and set the example. No exception to the rules. The rules apply to all. And there are consequences to pay behind actions. Share your thoughts with me. Thanks for your views. I see you coming in, checking me out. Appreciate you. Much love. Shout out to Audit, to my colleagues, to Georgia Tech students, much love. And until next time, we shall continue to rise above the occasion to conquer and attack abuse of power and police brutality. And until next time, I am your host here at School for Justice, where we live, love, and laugh and speak truth to power. Salute. Until next time.
You know who made it.